Hey guys, what's good? Welcome back to my channel, everybody. My name is Yebi. For those who don't know me and for those who know me, what's up? So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about boundaries. We're going to be talking about why boundaries are important. We're going to be talking about setting boundaries. We're going to be talking about people pleasing. I genuinely lack and struggle with all of the above. I have recently just realized that I used to people please a lot. For as long as I can remember, I have always done things to please other people. I've always done things to keep people in my life. I mean, it has stopped. It has. And I'm gonna tell you guys how I got to that, how I got to the realization, and pretty much how I have just been self-improving. Honestly speaking, like I said before, this year is very personal to me. This year is about self-improvement, self-awareness. This year is about me. It's a very much a selfish year, and I'm here for it. So with that being said, we are cleansing, we are correcting the wrong, you know what I'm saying? We're getting it all the way. We're getting to the nitty-gritty. We are facing ourselves in the mirror. Okay, and taking accountability for our own actions and accountability for the things that we let people do to us. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people treat you the way you let them. Because that's how you notice, like, friends, we could have the same friend in common, and somehow that friend treats me less than they treat the other person. And that's because of our own lack of boundaries. That's because of the things that we let people do to us. That's because of the access that we give them. They decide and choose to treat us the way they feel like treating us. And that's nobody's fault but our own. And I feel like it's about time I take some accountability for that. So let's get right into the video. One thing I have noticed, I tend to do things for other people out of guilt. For as long as I can remember, I had a friend, and this girl was my friend for 3-4 years, and to be quite honest, I genuinely didn't like the friendship. She wasn't a good friend, not to me. The relationship was very much one-sided. I always seemed to overstretch myself when it came to her, and in all, when I thought about, wait, why was I friends with this person? Why was I keeping this person around? It's because I felt bad for them. I felt bad that they did not have any friends. I felt bad that I was their only friend, or I was their only true friend by sticking around. So I just let them do whatever they wanted to do to me. And now that we're not friends anymore, I'm just like, what was I thinking? What? And it comes from my childhood. Growing up, I used to be a child that just genuinely loved attention. So I liked being liked. I liked people liking me. So I would do things for people just to like me. I guess I had to be popular in my own head by giving people access to me, or by always being there for people. And that transpired and went into my young adulthood. Now that I'm going through this self-awareness journey, I noticed that there's a difference between being nice and being kind. Is a huge difference. Being nice to me is being agreeable. The person that always says yes, never says no, is scared to hurt other people's feelings by saying no. And I guess I was trying to be this nice person, you know. My phone used to always be on loud. I would go to bed with my phone on loudspeaker because I wanted to be perceived as the person that's always there no matter what time. But that used to affect me as a person. Me always being there for other people affected me. Because then that means my phone is ringing 24 hours and I don't get sleep. That means people are going to call me about the littlest of things to the biggest of things, and I'm genuinely always going to drop whatever I'm doing for them, drop my sleep, all these things. And that didn't work for me. It wasn't feeding me. It was making me less and less and less and less and less happy. And I had to sit down and be like, wait, something is just not adding up. Something is just not right. I guess that's how I started my setting boundaries / stopping to people please journey. And I've been reading a couple of books, honestly, and my number one book would be 101 essays on, I guess, how different people think or something. I'll put it on the screen. That book is a game changer. Another example, okay? So I do hair and makeup. I think everybody knows that. And with me being a hair and a makeup artist, normally when I would go out with my friends, I would have to do everybody's hair and makeup. Sometimes I would charge, sometimes I wouldn't. It's not even about the money. It's about the respect and the boundaries and lack of boundaries, okay? Stick with me. So every time we would go out, I would always do everybody's hair and makeup. You know what I'm saying? I would get everybody ready, and by the time it's time for me to get ready, everybody will be rushing me. It's like, yo, can you get ready? Yo, can you be done? Yo, 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 yo. But when I was doing everybody's face, nobody was rushing me. Everybody was sitting there in a line waiting to get pretty. And as soon as they got pretty, when it's my turn to get pretty, I'm getting rushed. And it's just put on your lashes, let's go. Oh, don't do too much. Don't do a big face beat. Don't do too much. Let's just go, let's just go, let's just go. But when I was sitting down and doing their face, nobody was saying anything. Do I blame them? No. I blame myself for not saying, you know what, when we're going out, I'm not doing anybody's face because I gotta do my own. I blame myself for saying, you know what, I can only do one person, so I can have time to do my own face. But because I was just busy trying to be this liked person, that I was like, you know what, I can feed everybody in, I can squeeze everybody in, and when it comes to me, oh, I have good skin, I don't have to do too much to my face, and we'll go. But all the time would go out, I would always look less pretty because I did not have enough time. You see, that's another example of people pleasing. Like, I had been doing these things for years, and I had not noticed that this is not working for me. This is not working for me. And I have finally stopped doing all of that. All of that. I have learned there's a difference between being nice and being kind. Being nice is people pleasing, scared of rejection, scared to disappoint others. That was me in a nutshell. All the time, always saying yes, while in all honesty, I want to say no. There's so many times I have said yes, I'll do something, and when it comes to the day of me actually doing it, I'll be frustrated, I'll be angry, I'll be annoyed. And that's just because I said yes to you and I said no to me. You know, now I have to deal with the consequences of my actions. I have to deal with the fact that I said yes and made a commitment to you without wanting to, you know, and that doesn't work because I noticed that every time I would say yes to somebody else, I'm saying no to me. I'll be busy, okay, straight up busy, fully booked. And a friend can call me and be like, yo, can you drop me off? And I'd be like, you know what? After this client, and I only have 30 minutes to eat or something. And I'll still get out of my way and go squeeze and go do things for other people. Then I noticed that I do so much for people and I don't get the same in return, you know? And I had also prided myself into being this independent person where anytime I would ever need anything, because I know that other people are not going to be there for me like that, I would not call anybody. But everybody would always call me. And I was like, wait, this is not balancing. Something ain't right. Something ain't adding up. And I had to change that. And I had to sit with myself and sit within myself and really, really, really realize, like, what's more important? Is it pleasing everybody else? Is that important compared to pleasing me? And it's really not. It's really not. Like now, I say no so much that my mom even says I'm mean. Am I mean? Maybe, maybe not. But all I know is that I feel so much lighter. Like I don't feel like I have to always get up and do things for other people. I don't. You can call me right now and I would be like, hey, I'm recording a video. I'll call you back. Before, I would drop the video just to be on the phone, to be there for people that were not even there for me, you know? And honestly, we need to learn to say no. We need to learn to have boundaries. We need to learn that you having boundaries does not make you mean, does not make you a shitty person. It just makes you a person with boundaries, and that's it. It just makes you a person that people just can't walk all over whenever they want to. I've learned to understand that my phone is my phone. I have learned, imagine my own phone. I be paying my own phone bill, you know, but I'll put myself in the shackles, in the freaking restraints, in the handcuffs of I will always be there for people. You can call my phone whenever you want to. Even sometimes I'm not even in the mood to be on the phone, and people will call me with their drama and their BS, and I would listen, wasting my time. And the whole time, I don't even want to listen. I'm just there like, just drained. I'm not doing it anymore, my darling. I've learned I do not have to do anything that I don't want to. I have fewer friends now, and that's okay. Because everybody that I have lost is somebody that wanted to take advantage of me or use me at some extent in some point. And having fewer friends just seems better now, because I mean, I don't feel as drained anymore. I'm not constantly man, I used to be so busy with everybody's BS. Like, nah. I had to start saying no. Setting boundaries lets people see that this is where I start and this is where I end. You can't walk all over me whenever you want to. You can't. I'm not your puppet. I'm a human being, and that's it. Setting boundaries protects you and it keeps you sane. People who lack boundaries perceive you as having boundaries to be uptight or mean or rude. But in reality, you're not. You're just a human being with boundaries. I've noticed like a lot of African people, not all, a lot of Namibians really to be exact, lack boundaries and like to enforce their BS on you. And when you have boundaries, it comes off as if urishitapo rimuna. But I think it's better to be uptight and unreachable than to be accessible to everybody and have them disrespect you constantly and make you feel little. So choose you. Do what makes you happy. When you start saying no, you're going to lose a people. But the people that you're going to lose are people that were only happy with using you, or people that were only happy with you being so accessible, people that are only happy with you being so easy to manipulate and so easy to run around and so easy to be, you know, turned and switched and all this. Like, I have gotten to a point where somebody could call me right now and you could be in so much distress. And if I'm genuinely just on low energy and genuinely have no energy to give, I will tell you, you know what? Let me talk to you tomorrow about this. If you can respect that and understand that, I'm going to hang up my phone. And that's your problem. You have to deal with that. I'm at a point where I am prioritizing myself. These are my selfish years, child. I am 25, turning 26. I have no child, no cat, no dog, absolutely nothing. And the type of way that I was raised and the type of person that I have been my whole young life, I'm not okay with that person no more. Because when I look at that little girl, I feel bad for her. She used to be so drained and just so confused, and I used to cry so much. I used to be the most emotional human being on planet Earth because I did not have my emotions in check. I did not have boundaries. Everything was just everywhere. Like, between constantly trying to please other people and trying to please myself, I was just always in the midst of it. That now I'm not that girl no more. If I'm busy, I'm busy. I don't have to explain myself to you. If you call me and you're like, yo, can you do this? Can you do that? If I am busy, I am busy. Like, people need to respect other people's boundaries. People need to respect other people's boundaries. Because I don't make myself available to people that are not available to me. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, a lot of people really, like, take everything so personal. Like, I'll give you an example. You could ask somebody a ride, you know? People could ask people for a ride, and then they'll get in your car, and you're like, hey, don't eat in my car. I don't eat in my car. I don't like people eating in my car. And it's gonna be a whole debate and a question and a fight and an argument. Why is it any of that? It's my car. I said don't eat in it. Say okay and that's it. Or say okay and then get out. If it's not aligning with your being, if it's not aligning with the person that you are, then get out of the car. You don't gotta argue. You don't gotta start a fight. You don't gotta... Man, it's the disrespect for me. You know? Like, this is the type of things I keep talking about. Like, people disrespect you so much in your own space and in your own little bubble. My whole point today is just people will push you. People will disrespect you when you start to have boundaries and stand up for yourself. But one thing I'm going to tell you, never stop. You got to assert your boundaries. You got to constantly remind them. You got to constantly show them that you're not one to be fucked with. No ways, because people feel no ways to disrespect you. People feel no ways to make you feel little. People feel no ways to make you feel like shit. So why should I feel ways to make them feel like shit? You know what I'm saying? People have no problem making you uncomfortable to make them comfortable. People feel certainly no ways to make you uncomfortable to make them comfortable. So you gotta do the same thing. You gotta make sure you're comfortable because they don't care about you. Why do you gotta care about them? You know what I'm saying? Not allow people to guilt trip you. When you stand for something, people are not going to like you very much. And that's okay. It's better to be respected than to be liked. Just to ask yourself, do you really want people in your life that you can't say no to? Do you really want people that call you only when they need you? Do you? At the end of the day, my whole point of this whole series on my channel is about setting yourself first, putting yourself before other people, because in reality, other people are not going to put you before them. They'll always put them before you, so you gotta do the same thing. Stop people pleasing, set boundaries, assert your boundaries, tell them your boundaries over and over again. Don't over speak either. Say it twice, say it 3 times. If they don't hear you, if they don't listen to you, cut them off. It really has to be that simple, because everybody's an adult. So let them stay in that, let them dwell in their bullshit, and you move on and you live your best life according to you, and make sure you are comfortable at all times and all chances. And with that being said, thank you for tuning in. I love you. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to join the gang. You already know. And peace out.